Anyone who's played cards before knows there are rules to the table. You don't splash the pot, you don't cheat, and most importantly...
Listen, here's the thing. If you can't spot the sucker in your first half hour at the table, then you are the sucker.
Most of the time, the sucker doesn't even realize they're the sucker until it's too late. And Democrats right now are sitting around the midterm poker table realizing they're the sucker. They're out of chips, they're out of ideas, and they're sweating through their shirts. And when Democrats are nervous, they have to make everybody around them nervous, too.
Democracy is on the ballot this year in America.
Democracy, as we know it, may not survive.
The Republicans have absolutely no plan to do anything about it. They're going after democracy.
One final warning on this issue to make very clear, to leave no doubt, that we have people out there still peddling the big lie.
Guys, this is it. We've been warned. And what's the country going to look like after the red wave? Nazi Germany.
This country is on track to repeat what happened in Germany when it was the greatest democracy going, elected a chancellor who then co-opted the media.
Still not scared? All right. What about a civil war started by white Christian men?
The groups that tend to start civil wars, especially ethnically based civil wars, are the groups that had once been dominant and are in decline. If you look at the history of the United States, the group that had been dominant since the very inception of our country were white men. They also tended to be Christian, and they are losing that position. It's no longer guaranteed that you're going to get into the best schools or get the best jobs or have economic security.
So, if Republicans win the House and the Senate, it's going to be a Nazi Germany with a white Christian male civil war on the side. That sounds pretty bad. But how exactly do we go from democracy to civil war Nazi Germany? Well, Chris Hayes, who identifies as Rachel Maddow, explains.
So when Democrats say you don't have a choice this election, there's only one party that cares about for democracy, it's us, democracy's on the ballot, what they're really saying is, if you don't elect us this time, if you don't keep them out of power, you may never be able to elect us again. Or in short, vote to preserve your right to throw the bums out.
So Rachel's saying that if Republicans win, it's going to be the last election in American history. I'm going to miss that Iowa caucus. So get ready for Mitch McConnell to lock himself in his office and push all the voting machines into the ocean. But I'm getting the feeling there's a little projection going on here. Democracy dies if we don't have one-party rule. Keep one-party rule in Washington so we can nuke the filibuster, kill the Electoral College, and pack the courts. It's illegal to say the system's rigged, so vote for us so we can rig the system.
Protect voting rights. We'll pass election reform and make sure no one ever has the opportunity to steal an election again.
Again? Democrats are okay with one-party rule if they're the ones running it. Remember the Black Panthers swinging billy clubs outside of voting stations when Barry was on the ballot? That's a little intimidating, right? But Barack's wingman dropped the charges. And they ignored the deranged leftist who showed up at Justice Kavanaugh's home to try to assassinate him in front of his family. And a Republican candidate in North Carolina just got his parents' house shot up in the middle of the night with his kids sleeping inside.
My parents are watching TV at 11 o'clock at night, just sitting in their living room, and a bullet cracks through their home only 20 feet away from where my kids were sleeping that night. This is politics at its worst. As a former Green Beret, I'm used to getting shot at. I'm okay with getting shot at. I'm not okay with my family getting shot at.
A Democrat filmed a campaign commercial in front of that Republican's house. And days later, someone shot a bullet through the window. Now, if a bullet hits a Republican's house, it's probably a stray. But if that was a Democrat's house, that would have been an assassination attempt. CNN, MSNBC, the broadcast networks, they didn't even cover the story. They only cover hammer attacks. But when Katie Hobbs' campaign office was broken into in Arizona, the media framed Republican Kari Lake as the criminal. And when they found out it was an illegal alien who broke into Hobbs' office, they go quiet. Talk about the big lie. Democrats just expect you to believe anything they tell you. And don't you dare challenge them. For all their democracy talk, a bunch of Democrats won't even debate. You know what a threat to democracy is? Framing your opponent for a crime they didn't commit and refusing to debate them in front of voters.
Why not debate your opponent? If you believe your opponent is, has issues and is spreading conspiracy theories about a stolen election and so on, and is not being truthful with the people of Arizona, why then not get on the debate stage and debate her?
Our campaign strategy is our campaign strategy.
Why do you think it wasn't important for people to see a debate in this election for governor at all?
We're 6 days from the election, and this is the decision we made. So,
you know how democracy dies? When Democrats don't debate.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.